This is Superman. Welcome to Godfall 101.
Welcome back to Godfall 101, you students of the sword. I just wanted to say thank you for the continued support of the channel. Thank you. If you find any value in these videos, please like and subscribe. Alright, I thought after the last video I'd have a little bit of a break from making these, but once again Lara Jackson from Gamebyte dropped another interview with Technical Director Dick Heyne. I'm not going to cover everything like the banners and the augment constellations because I don't think there's that much to say until we get hands-on with them, but there are a couple things I want to talk about and something that really got me excited, so let's get into it. There are over 120 unique weapons in Godfall across the 5 weapon classes. There are 3 types of trinkets, amulets, rings, and charms. I thought the other icon in the menu was for the shield, but it looks like it's for the charm, so maybe we're not going to be able to upgrade that shield at all and it's just going to be the same shield the entire time. Maybe in a future DLC or something that'll change. Moving on to Lifestones. So similar to other pieces of loot, the Lifestone will have primary and secondary traits. However, this particular piece is unique in the sense that it also serves as the player's self-heal. There are some really neat loot triggers tied to Lifestones that make self-preservation a balancing act in Godfall. Players can equip 1 Lifestone in their loadout. Lifestones have a set number of charges. Charges are restored through combat. Now I speculated that they would not only heal you but also do other things, and it looks like that's the case, so it'll be cool to add this to our arsenal. Alright, moving on to Valor Plate power capacity. Augments will also have a power drain value associated with them, and your Valor Plate will have a power capacity. The most powerful augments will have a higher power drain. Players will be challenged to carefully deliberate where to best invest their Valor Plate's power. As you level up, your Valor Plate's power capacity will increase. This, I think, is an elegant way to control how powerful a Valor Plate can be, and it will also lead players to be more creative with how they distribute their augments. It sounds like the more we learn about the plates, the deeper the system goes. I know a lot of players will be excited to try and min-max to get the best performance out of each of their plates. As players of looters and live service games, and for a lot of games nowadays, the topic of endgame always comes up. What do I do when I beat the story? For some players, beating the story is enough, and they play for that single player experience. For others, they desire a chase, a gameplay loop that keeps them coming back for more and more, a feeling of receiving value for their hard-earned cash. The more time they spend in the game, the more value they get from the game. The end game is where the game really starts for some. Dick sheds some light on the Tower of Trials. The Tower of Trials is a roguelike endgame challenge mode accessed within the monolith. It can be played solo or co-op. As players complete the combat trials and progress up the elevator in the center of the monolith, the enemies will get stronger. Luckily, the players can earn boons and item rewards on their way up. Players first complete the elevator encounter trial by defeating waves of enemies to be rewarded with keys, a currency specific to Tower of Trials, and will get reset to 0 when the player exits the tower. Just a little side note, the elevator encounter trial, that's kind of a lame name. We might have to work on that. Real quick, I also want to point out something and remind you that some of the team working on Godfall, and more notably Keith Lee himself, is an ex-Blizzard employee that worked on Diablo 3. Keith could probably talk your ear off about how colorful Diablo 3 should be. That's an inside joke for Diablo 3 fans, if you missed that. The tower sounds like a lot of fun, similar to the Nephilim rifts in Diablo 3, where players would defeat enemies as quickly as possible in order to earn a rift stone that would determine how difficult a rift would be. It sounds like something similar is happening in the tower. So what happens after you enter the tower and clear out the enemies in a room? Players then choose the type of reward they like to earn next by picking a doorway with the corresponding reward type icon on it. There are several types of rewards that the player can earn, but only if they walk through the doorway and defeat the room encounter trial. The room encounter trial will offer a different type of gameplay. Alright people, some of you may know how big of a fan I am of the game Hades from Supergiant Games. Hades is easily my game of the year, and a game that pushes the roguelike genre forward. In Hades, you traverse through hell from room to room being aided by the gods. After each encounter, you're given a choice between random boons that upgrade your character and weapons significantly. It sounds like Godfall is doing something similar, and I am so on board with it. Each and every run in Hades feels new and different, and your choice determines how far you get and the experience you have. This single piece of information has me really excited about the endgame for Godfall. Now I'll pump the brakes a little here before I get on the hype train, and I'm unable to stop it before I go off the cliff. Godfall isn't Hades, so I know that there are some things that will be different, and I cannot expect Counterplay Games to recapture the magic of Supergiant games. That would just be unfair. But the idea on paper has me really excited. So are the boons going to be coming from the Archons themselves? It seems likely. How many levels does the elevator have? We know the Skybreaker monolith has an infinite amount of floors and realms and can pierce space and time. So, an infinite amount of floors? Will we just keep going until we die? What rewards do we get to keep from the tower? Also, I encourage everyone that has not played Hades to do so. You will not regret it. Now, there's some other details about gaining keys and opening chests and using a center console to ride the elevator. I'm not going to cover that here. We'll probably just learn about it more in the coming weeks or when the game launches. I'm just not interested in covering that here now. But before leaving, Dick also drops one last tease on us. Quote, "We are looking forward to sharing more details on additional endgame modes, like Dreamstones, in the near future." End quote. Alright, I just wanted to talk about the tower because I got really excited about the possibilities of the Tower of Trials. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and we'll talk to you soon.